Welcome to GCSE Media Studies. Here at Eastleigh Academy, we follow the EDUCAS specification, which is part of the WJEC exam board. The GCSE Media Studies course is a really exciting course which offers our learners the chance to engage with a wide variety of media texts from all different industries. So we will look at magazines, newspapers, film posters and film marketing, advertising campaigns historically and in the present day. We'll look at the industries behind radio texts, the industry behind the video gaming products, and we'll look at music videos, and also the course gives our learners a lovely balance between two paper-based exams, which account for 70% of the overall qualification, and a piece of coursework or non-exam assessment, which accounts for 30% of the qualification. And this is an opportunity for our learners to create something practical, showing off the skills that they've learned throughout the course. The Media Studies framework is broken down into 4 essential areas, and they are media language, representation, audiences, and media industries. And these 4 areas underpin everything that our learners will look at when they're studying for their GCSE media course. So media language covers how the text has been put together and what meanings are communicated to the audience through language codes, or the choice of image, or the choice of camera angle, for example. Representation will look at a range of different events, issues, individuals and social groups, and how different media texts can represent them in different ways and for different purposes and for different audiences. Audiences is a really key area of media studies, and we're always coming back to this question of who is the target audience for this text and how can they be reached, how are they addressed, and how do those audiences respond to the media that they're presented with. So our learners get a really good comprehensive understanding of the relationship between the text and the audience, and how audiences can sometimes be manipulated by media texts in order to present a particular point of view. And the media industry is a crucial part of the course, which really gives our learners a chance to have an insight into who is making the text and how that might affect the text that is created. We also look at the monetary side of things, profit, and how films are marketed, for example. Some key questions that we might ask when we're studying these 4 framework ideas are: how are media products constructed to appeal to audiences? So we are encouraging our learners to be able to deconstruct texts in lots of detail to pick apart how they've been created for that particular audience. We'll look at what representations are apparent in media texts and why. And we'll look at the idea of ideological beliefs and values and how they are encoded to an audience. We'll look at what do we actually know about the company behind each text and go into a bit more detail with that. How are they funded? Who are they working for? And how does ownership shape media products, for example, the newspaper industry? Our students are now required to demonstrate more theoretical knowledge in the new specification, as well as an understanding of social, historical, political and cultural contexts surrounding the media products which we study. So in particular, we look at where the products have evolved from over time and how and why representations within those products and within those specific genres might have changed over time. So for example, we would look at the television industry and look at the Sweeney from the 1970s as an example of the detective genre, and then we'll look at an example from Luther by the BBC, which is a more modern example, and look at how those representations might have changed over time and what cultural and historical and social context might have affected those changes. Here is an overview of the media text studied across the whole 2-year course: magazine front covers, film poster marketing, newspaper front pages, print advertisements, the radio programme The Archers, the video game Fortnite, TV crime drama Luther and the Sweeney, and music videos through the ages. As well as studying the range of texts for the exams, our learners get the opportunity in Year 11 to create their own practical coursework, which is worth 30% of their overall grade. This is an individual media production which is a response to a set of briefs from the exam board where the learners apply their knowledge and understanding of media language and representation in order to create their own product. Our learners at East Leek Academy have had great success in making their own magazines, responding to these briefs where they have created a front cover, contents page and double page spread similar to these examples, where they have been able to show their creative technical skills alongside their understanding of media language and representation. Media Studies is a really versatile, interesting course which is jam-packed full of a range of very exciting texts and also provides our learners with a very good set of skills which they can take with them into further study and complements the other subjects that they're doing at GCSE. For example, our students will gain very good critical analysis, as this is the basis of most of what we do in media studies, looking at texts, taking them apart, deconstructing them. It also gives our learners a sense of creativity and expression as they're able to create their own media text in the coursework unit. Their ability to respond to a creative brief, so using a set of instructions and creating something for a specific audience and purpose. Our learners also develop their communication and essay writing skills, as there are 2 paper-based exams and they do need to be able to express themselves through analytical essay writing. Our learners will also gain a solid understanding of social, historical, political and cultural contexts and awareness. And media is a fantastic accompaniment to other subjects such as English language and literature, business and history. Our learners will need to bring a set of skills to this course, so they need to be organised because there are a range of media texts that need to be covered, annotated carefully and revised for both sets of exams. So organisation is a key part of the course. Our learners need to be enthusiastic, they need to be interested in asking why questions so that we can deconstruct these texts and look at why they might have been created the way that they have. Our learners need to have an interest in the media, possibly in current affairs and in new media texts. And they need to have some good literacy skills because of the need to write longer essay-based responses in class and in the 2 exams. And there needs to be some element of creativity and independent ability to work on coursework tasks. And finally, sometimes we get asked, where could media studies take you and what could we do with this course? Having a really good background in media studies can open up a whole host of avenues, and there are lots of different careers associated with this subject, as you can see. This is a really exciting course and we look forward to you joining us in September.